Howdy, folks.
Hello, everyone.
Friends and family across the globe. Welcome back to Space Marine 2 Co-op Chill with Jack and Jill. Two OGs play on Veteran Difficulty Part 3. Do not do tips, tricks, guides, walkthroughs, speedruns, 100% trophies, or achievements. Play games for fun. With the idea behind all of this being, we're kind of creating this atmosphere as if you're hanging out in the room with us. We have dumb conversations. We play good games, bad games, old games, and new games. So sit back and relax. In case your friends and family can't make it, join our couch. It's the internet. It's a great place to be. It's kind of like that scene in The Matrix where, you know, Morpheus is like, you can have any gun, and then all the guns shoot out. This couch just goes on forever. So for the next couple hours, just consider us your buddies, pals, your friends, and we're going to have a good time. So thank you for joining. To subscribers, I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all, because if it wasn't for you, we wouldn't be doing these videos, especially at the freaking stream, which I do, and because of how great y'all have been for all these years towards me. I deeply do appreciate it, even if this does seem like it's scripted. It kind of sort of is. It's just I've said it so many times, but I truly mean it every time. I promise that as long as one of you stays subscribed, I'll keep putting out videos. So thank you so much. And Drive-By Rubberneck and Viewers, howdy. And for a recommendation, I'm going to recommend... let's go with... It's not even that great of a movie, but Skyline. Just because it's something sci-fi.
Skyline.
Yeah. We just watched the second one with Frank Grillo in it. It was alright. Some of the designs are pretty neat.
I don't know if I've ever even heard of that.
Yeah, it's an okay movie. I'm not going to spoil nothing yet until we get into the meat and potatoes of the game. Also, for a top 10 list, real quick, just knock that out of the way. What we're doing, again, this is all impulsive. I'm going to roll a 20-sided die. There's more than 20 options in here, but I just didn't want to grab multiple dice. I'm going to roll it. I'm going to send him a picture of what the number comes up via our phones, and he will read off what the number is. So let me get the camera ready, take picture, and you should be able to...
hoping for top 10 flowers.
Top 10 flowers. That is a good one. That is one we're both gunning for. You should be able to hear the die roll.
I did.
Okay, took the picture. Okay, send the picture. Picture is sent, and he will tell us what the number is, even though I can see it clearly here, but...
I gotta have something to do. Alright, just got it. Looks like Lucky 13.
Lucky 13, look at that. So, let's see, that's 1, that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, we gotta...
Wait, is there only 10? I thought...
Oh! Yeah, 11, good. Thank you. 12. 13, okay, that works. Alright. 10 was a bad one to land on. Why did I think 10? I don't know. It's just one of those days. Alright, top 10 list. And again, the great thing about the list here is you get 2 top 10 lists for the price of 1 video. Top 10 favorite bands.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So we're doing this... Normally we'd have like a week to prepare, do some, thinking. Not a whole lot of research per se, but for the most part we try and keep it
whatever's on the top of your head, right?
Off the top of our head, instinctual, go by our guts.
Yeah.
But this adds that extra layer where we're literally doing it right now. And we also do it live sometimes. I don't think we did. We haven't actually done it live yet, though, have we? Or did we? With the Smell of Black top 10 list.
Was that we did?
Was that prepared, or was that off the... Oh, that could have been off the top of our head, yeah. I don't
remember. We'll do it this weekend, though.
Yeah.
Spoilers. I don't know.
Excited, folks. Just Red Bull, sorry. Yeah. I heard. Yeah.
We must report to Captain Akaran.
Alright, let me drink some water. Top 10 favorite bands.
You definitely have an advantage here. I don't really listen to that much music anymore. Or as much. Not even like older stuff. Like I have a playlist of older stuff that I listen to occasionally, but I don't really listen to it. Not like I used to. I used to be way more into it, but I do certainly have my my favorites.
Yeah. I'm in the same boat, actually. I mean, I still buy music. It's just mostly older stuff. Like, I didn't have any Chicago, so I bought the Chicago collection.
Oh.
I bought that, the one I sent you, Klaus Nomi.
Oh, really? Yeah.
So I bought his 2 albums, Simple Man, and I forgot what the other one was called. But the ones only music songs I ever heard from him was that Lightning one I sent you in Simple Man.
That certainly was interesting.
But now you know why it was in Venture Brothers.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
A lot of references to musicians in Venture Brothers.
Yeah, yeah.
Like, not even just, like, they went back further to, like, Frank Sinatra days.
Oh, like flashback things, probably with the father.
Oh, no, like, one of the characters was based on, like, I forgot the name of the guy, but he could, like, multiply. He was, like, multiple man.
Huh.
Alright. Oh, what was it I've been saying in some of my videos recently? I was saying, well, let me check this out real quick. Let's see if it's adjusted the volume again so it makes me come off sounding soft.
You are coming off louder
Okay.
on my headphones, so.
Good.
Am I coming out good?
Yeah. The great thing about these videos, right, and even the solo videos, I've been doing this a lot recently, is it's like you're inviting us into your home. And the great thing is, no one has to worry about paying for gas. You don't have to worry about feeding us. You don't have to worry about dressing up. And most importantly, you can kick us out at any time. All right, so that's kind of the spirit of these videos that I like to do.
Yeah. I mean, you can dress up.
You can dress up, yeah. In fact, we encourage you.
You can feed us.
I mean, I'm wearing a blue sweater because I'm going for that Mr. Rogers. But I don't want to do exactly Mr. Rogers, so that's why I went blue.
Right. Brother, we only want to help you. Hell, you almost cost us the mission, and now you
I've honestly forgot most of what's going on. Tyranids.
We're mad at this guy because he went off on a rage thing.
Oh, that's right.
Under.
And we ran into the Thousand Suns. That's right. Yep. Oh, real quick, knock this out before, and we'll rattle off our top 10 favorite bands as we go along. Like you said, it's probably going to be a lot easier for me because I do still listen to music on a frequent basis. But I was thinking Disney princesses. I was thinking Cinderella, right? So Cinderella, this is my idea for like a movie. And she ends up running into the fairy godmother, and the fairy godmother grants a wish. But Cinderella's wish is the ability to control flame, and then it turns into a horror movie. So a horror movie about Cinderella trying to burn alive everybody in the town. Sisters, because it's a play on the name, right? And then I thought, well, you could do that with a bunch of other Disney princesses too, right? Like Rapunzel, I thought up the title of the Hangman. She would use her hair to actually hang people.
Actually, Tangled, I think. I was actually about to say that. Tangled, I think. I haven't seen it, but I think Tangled is the actual name of that movie.
Of that movie, okay. Yeah, so I was thinking, like, call it the Hangman, though. She uses her hair, hangs people, turn them into slasher villains. I don't mean just, like, paint them up or draw them up. I mean, let's shoot a movie. Sleeping Beauty. could, I don't know, make her like Bad Girl from No More Heroes, where she runs around with a baseball bat and she wears like, she dresses like a hobo and wears like a broken hockey mask or something. Sleeping Beauty, she puts you to sleep, uses a bat with like, you know, nails in it. Snow White would always have a powdery nose, and she'd be kind of like Al Pacino in Scarface. Turn them into, you know, turn them into slasher villains. It'd be so easy to just do that. And I was thinking about that because of the Popeye thing I saw recently. I saw the trailer for it, or the Mickey Mouse stuff that's going on, or Steamboat Willie. Excuse me. Don't come after me, Disney.
There was actually a, I don't know if you knew about this one. There was I can't remember the name of it. It was like and I'm not a huge like specific body horror type person, but there was a Cinderella horror movie that came out recently. It was actually supposed to be pretty decent from what I've read. It concentrated on the stepsisters and the body horror that they all went through. You know, because they tried to fit into the slipper, right?
Yeah.
So it was like a whole body horror thing with like them doing things to their bodies and everything. But again, not really my thing, and I have no plans on seeing it. But it was supposed to be actually pretty decent for one of those, you know, public things that are all out now. I think there were multiple of the Popeye ones, or at least a couple.
Yeah, I saw at least 2. But yeah, Cinderella came to my mind because it's a play on the name, right?
Yeah, Cinder.
Burned to cinders. Free to take these ideas, folks. The ideas I throw out are just the only thing I ever ask is put our names in the credits and say real cool guys. That should be the official titles.
But this guy has moved to fake sweeping another spot. We know what you're doing, buddy. I mean, we all did it too at some point.
He's a master skater. Is that what you used to call it in the Army?
No.
Okay, we used to call it skating. Whenever you would do busy work but not actually do any work.
Yeah, just push the dirt around.
Or like if you had to wipe down a table, you'd just be wiping down the same table, but every time they'd look away, you'd stop.
Yeah.
We used to call it skating. And I was considered a master at it. But in my defense, if it wasn't about anything combat related, if I wasn't anything to do with going to war, fighting in a war, I consider it bullshit. So that's my defense. But when it came down to business, i.e. fighting infantry stuff, then, you know, full attention. Never skated there. You can't afford to do stuff like that. That's how people get hurt. Well, people get hurt in war anyways, but you want to limit them as many sides as possible. The other thing I was going to talk about the dentist, or optometrist. Okay, there's been a horror movie about dentists. There's been a horror movie about doctors. Has there been a horror movie about an optometrist?
I would bet money that yes.
Other thing.
Not much money, but
objectively factual claim. Optometrists are the least corrupt doctors. Veterinarians and regular doctors, they can use script pads to give you stuff, right? Dentists, they even get access to that. An optometrist, let me write you an illegal prescription for some contact lenses. All right. So they're like, I was just thinking about that the other day. I was like, are these like the least evil doctors that ever exist?
I guess, yeah, they could prescribe like eye drops or something.
Yeah, right.
Unless you get some really good eye drops.
Oh man, they make me see so clear.
Actually, I got a good optometrist. I went to her not too long ago. I'm very happy. Very nice person.
Yeah, I need to go back.
I got a really good set of doctors and dentists, like real close by, and
This is the stuff you talk about, folks, when you get older. Really, like this is
It is.
this is the interesting conversations that you actually have. I mean, it's always good to have a good doctor because you know my medical history more or less. So, yeah.
well, I was kind of prodded by my mom to do the family doctor thing because I just would never have a family doctor. If I needed to see someone, I would go to urgent care, and then if it was worse than that, I'd just go to the emergency room. But you know, it is kind of convenient that if you need something, you know, just go to your family
doctor. Yeah, primary doctor is what I have
right now.
through the VA, and she's really really good. It just took me like 20 years.
Anyway, before we get to the action, I do have, because so far we're just talking to a bunch of people who, for some reason, seem to think you are not fit for whatever. I don't know. This question occurred to me about the Tyranids.
Mm-hmm.
You're a Tyranid fan, right?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay.
Don't you know that?
Are there books about the Tyranids?
Very few, because a lot of times in the books that you're talking like novels, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no personality, because everything is a part of the hive mind, which is
that's what I was going to ask. Like, what do these novels focus on? Because you can't, like Joe the Tyranid, you can't
hop between them, right? Like the Night Lord one, that Blood Tithe, you can flip between different, because they're still relatable enough.
Okay.
But there has been attempts to change it. Like the hive mind has been known to create, like there's one called the Swarm Lord, which is like a mutated hive tyrant that retains memories and technically has a personality to an extent. So it remembers every time it gets killed, because it found that creating something that has experience and being able to apply it works.
Yeah,
but it's still, the thing is, every Tyranid is one living organism, so it's kind of like one person. But how do you convey that into a novel format? It's kind of hard.
Yeah.
It'd be kind of
like,
there
any Tyrannids that have developed something, like some mutant Tyranid that, you know, outlier?
Most of the ones that have any type of personality or something, in the setting, the Tyranids are interesting in that their personalities are presented through the eyes of not the Tyranids, but by the forces that they're going up against. So, for example, there was a Carnifex that was left on a world after a failed Hive Fleet infestation, and it had one eye, so the people who lived there and still fought on there and occupied that planet referred to it as Old One Eye, and it became kind of like this myth and legend kind of thing.
Okay.
Carnifex being one of those, they're much bigger in the lore in the tabletop. The big guys in this with the 4 arms, the one we saw on the slab a video or two back. But for the most part, I think Games Workshop's been trying to inject personality into them. I wish they didn't in that regard, because keeping it a mystery is kind of a good thing. It's something I've argued about with a lot of sci-fi or just fiction in general, modern fiction. They explain too much. Like with the thing would still be really good, but would it still have the air that it has if it wasn't for that ending?
No. And I call BS that even Carpenter knows who...
oh, yeah, for sure.
I think Carpenter has said he knows, or some of the people involved in the movie have said they know.
But I like how he says he knows, but he doesn't. If he doesn't, right? He very well may. But just the idea of the air of mystery around it is, that's powerful. You know, it helps keep things alive.
Yeah, still fosters debate to this day. You know, people debate like Sparkles and McCready's eye or something.
Yeah. Or they didn't have breath.
Yeah, but didn't have breath.
Childs didn't have breath. You don't see the air, the heat from his breath.
What exactly is that message?
No, there's a Death Leaper who's like a Lictor variant. I don't like the new model they gave him. They gave him like this weird flap of skin that makes it look like he's wearing a trench coat because that's what they were going for, and I was just like, that kind of looks hokey. But the ones that burrow in this game, the Raveners, they have one called, I think it's called like Red Maw. So, but again, these are titles affixed to them not by the Tyranids, but by usually Imperium forces, or the Tau, or the Eldar, or Necrons. It's kind of like how we name hurricanes, if you think of it. Or how Twister gives these things personalities. Which we tried to watch that new Twister, we couldn't make it through it.
I think you started it when I was there, and then I left.
That's right.
Never finished it?
No.
Yeah, it just seems like, I mean, I don't mind some, like, it wasn't a remake. I don't mind some movies being made off of others, but that seemed like one that just, why? Classic why, you know?
Yeah. I'm top 10 favorite bands. Real quick, I'm going to start. I got 6. I'm going to blaze through them. Number 1's Black Sabbath. That is in order. Number 1 is always, and always will be, Black Sabbath. Attitude, metal, rock and roll, literally pioneered the genre. Also proves you don't have to just be complex to make good music. Not that their songs are simple, but they're a lot more simple than a lot of these bands that try a little too hard, I think. Number 2, The Who. You're probably going to see a lot from the same era, or roughly around the same era. That's because I think music was probably its greatest in the 70s, early 80s. With smidgens here and there, which you'll see later in the list. Number 3, Jethro Tull. Number 4, Static X. Number 5, The Misfits. And number 6, Cake. And the reason all of these is because they all have unique sounds. I can't think of a bad album. Well, Static X had one bad album. That was Cult of Static. It was pretty bad. But the rest of them, top notch. It literally comes down to they play instruments well, interestingly, and they have a strong essence in their albums that kind of connect cohesively together. So those are going to be my top 6. There's 4 more spots I'll think of. I'll go in more depth as we go on. It's just
I actually have all 10, but I'm not.
Oh no.
I'll wait.
Okay.
I'll wait to have a little break and then do maybe 5 and then 5 later.
But yeah. Top 10 favorite bands.
All of those. I'm a fan of, except Cake and Static X. I could not even. I'm sure I've heard their music, but could not name any of the songs. But I think once you told me, I'd be like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember that.
I'm fairly certain you've heard both of them at some point.
Yeah. Oh, is this guy trying to rile up the cannon fodder?
Pretty much.
Yep.
Meat for the meat grinder. Alright, this is a... I don't know what type of tank this is. Is that supposed to be a Baneblade? That's really small for a Baneblade.
Which one? Oh, this one? Oh,
yeah.
That's small? Geez.
Yeah, Baneblade's like the size of a building in lore. They're huge. A lot of these tanks are a bit smaller than what they normally are.
Yeah.
But I get it. I do get it. Static X, I'm sure you heard Push It.
See,
Blood for Days, Push It. Wisconsin Death Trip.
I think of Push It Real Good.
Push It Real Good.
Whoever sings it. Yeah. Yeah.
Cake, you probably heard Going the Distance. He's going the distance.
Oh, okay, yeah.
He's going for speed. He's all alone in a time of need.
Yeah.
Arcadia that fell to chaos. Yeah, Black Sabbath is always my top, with The Who always very close behind. I'm actually going to tell you my number 7 while I'm at it, and it's going to be Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not see that one coming. Love Fleetwood Mac. Go Your Own Way is one of my favorite songs. Side note, Will Ferrell, stop. Just stop. Have you seen that commercial?
No, I haven't.
Okay. The only time I watch TV is at work, right? Because we have a TV on, people in the lobby. But it's like right where I work, so I watch it all day. I mean, I don't watch it, but I can see and hear everything that goes on. And he's got this commercial that plays all the time. I'm talking more than normal, even for commercials. You know how commercials you'd be like, man, I see that all the time. This plays all the time. And it's a jingle. It's some credit card company, and he has instead of "Go Your Own Way," he says "Pay Your Own Way," and he sings it.
No.
In that Will Ferrell tone,
Yeah.
And it's just like, stop, dude, stop. It's not worth it, the money they're giving you. But yeah.
Oh, that throws grenades.
Grenade launcher thing is there. Bolt carbine. I guess I'll take this. I'll have to try to find my
Instigator bolt carbine was pretty good if I remember.
Oh, I want the power sword.
It's got the 3-round burst though that you don't like.
What pistol do I have? I forgot the name of the gun I like. Oh, that does that. What pistol do I have? That doesn't tell me. Oh well, I think I just have the normal one. I'll wait till I get the heavy.
Oh, and let me clarify this. Misfits, I mean Danzig Misfits. Not that post-Danzig Misfits are bad, it's just... Again, the Misfits during Danzig's era were...
My Misfits are from Gem and the Holograms. Just kidding. That is funny, though. Actually, there's a crossover. Just thought of it. Go back and check out our top 10 crossover list, but you could do Misfits with Danzig. But the Gem and the Hologram Misfits.
Gem and the Hologram Misfits.
Oh, there's some recoil on this one. Oh, I gotta get used to, like, the... What is the... What's block again? The
Left
parry?
bumper, I think?
Okay.
Oh, great. A Ravner.
Oh, shit. Thanks, buddy. I am out of time.
I forgot how to do the pistol shoot.
I thought it came up automatically, like the crosshair thing came up when you were able to do it. Yeah, I gotta get used to everything here.
Black Sabbath I was a fan of very early in life. Pretty much as soon as I first heard Black Sabbath song.
Alright, I gotta execute something.
Static X, I got hooked on them with their first album, Wisconsin Death Trip. It's like some weird techno, industrial metal polka.
Mm.
It's kind of the genre that they once.
Are they from Wisconsin?
I believe so, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
At least Wayne Static may have been. I'd have to look it up. Rest in peace.
Oh, is that his actual last name?
I believe it's just, yeah, I believe it's a stage name.
Okay.
I'll look it all up real quick.
If he's from Wisconsin, it would be Wayne Statikowski.
Wells. Wayne Richard Wells. Yeah. No, he was from Michigan.
Ah, close enough.
Muskegon?
Muskegon. Michigan, Wisconsin, bleh.
Wisconsin.
I'm kidding. I've been to Wisconsin multiple times. I have a good friend who lives up there. I love Wisconsin. Good times. Very good food.
Cheese. Or something.
Cheese curds are the real thing, man. They are the real deal up there. Who needs a bell that big? Nobody.
Nobody.
That's
Not
what
anymore.
happens when you have a bell that big.
Sanctuary. Oh god,
No
that
one-
Quasimodo movie was terrible. Sorry.
Oh, is that something that came out recently?
No. You're the people who did Club Dread and Super Troopers, the comedy
Okay.
troupe. They did one based on Quasimodo and it was terrible. It was like a Hulu original.
Hmm.
So, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, he's run over him. That works. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. I kind of like this. Going into battle with everyone. Is this like the final push?
I don't know.
I guess so.
I'm fairly certain the end's gonna come when we fight Chaos. Because that's how the first game was.
Okay.
So, I don't know how much further we have till then, but we've already encountered them for the first time, but
Connection to the hive mind, but their focus is still on the relay.
Reports confirm the lieutenant's assessment.
Lieutenant.
Enemy cohesion is still in full effect. That beast is not yet dead.
Oh.
Our word is bond. This void-spawn behemoth has seen its last day.
All right. No one sits down.
No chess. I rule you.
Standing room only.
Sitting is weakness.
That probably is a space marine.
Yeah,
bit.
it is.
Yeah.
If I can't sit in these chairs, no one can.
Hold on, I'm sniping these flying guys from here. I think.
Oh, yeah, the zone tropes.
I hope it's hitting them. Nope, looks like I got their attention.
Yeah, I probably shouldn't have ran out here like that, but
Nah, I mean, I'd been doing that enough, I think, the last few times we played.
big brain.
Like a biobomb storm. Changing magazine.
This gun's pretty good, too.
Oh, one down.
Oh, shit.
It's alright. Chiron's got me. Or Charon. Chiron.
Like that.
Here's the ammo. We have been ignoring...
Frag grenade out.
Out. Okay, you can hurt yourself with grenades. That was the wrong button. Looking for health, I've noticed.
Oh, I picked one up.
Oh, okay. I've been ignoring health.
Wasn't exactly looking for it, but I picked it up. It's a Space Marine love den. Look at that. Hey.
How did we bring up objective? Okay, it says it wants us to go that way. Select.
Do you need grenade?
No, I'm good. And nothing.
The door is powered down.
Oh, is this the way to go then? The way I'm at?
Alternate route.
Yeah.
Yes. But it would add considerable
Shot
time.
grenades. Okay,
We must find the power and restore
give those a try. Those are the ones that like lay an area.
Yeah. Yeah, slows them down. Oh, weapons. We got melt, nope. Bolt. Marksman, that's what I got. Stalker, that's what I like, the Stalker.
This is more like it.
Like in scope.
Critically wounded.
Silent scope.
Silent scope. Oh.
Health kit, which I will take if you don't mind.
Go for it.
Data thing in there.
Data slate.
Declare evidence.
Slate, yeah.
In Sector 55 of the Upper Hive contained 12 volumes of dubiously heretical works, also recovered. 14 Cantrail-type las rifles, 8 las pistols, various designs. The serial numbers are filed off. Heretical symbols are applied to the surface of the weapons. I am enclosing picts supporting the evidence. Evidence to be destroyed in accordance with invasion protocols. Traces of the
Got a little further in Indiana Jones, still enjoying it.
The mere thought that he has reached the highest levels turns my stomach.
Doesn't do anything really groundbreaking. It's more
In their intrigues,
aesthetics and, you know,
Yeah.
well, Indiana Jones. They did a very good job capturing the aesthetics of the Indiana Jones. If anything, it's a little too easy because with some of the puzzles I mentioned before, you know, the NPCs not being quiet. I did a puzzle last night. We had to shine, you know, one of those shine a mirror for the light to access a door or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then immediately after doing the one on the left, the NPC is like, "Oh, okay, cool. Now try the other door." And I'm like, "Thank you." You know, it's like, well, duh. I mean,
Has it been easy though, like gameplay or just?
yeah. I mean, it's you don't do much fighting. I haven't. I literally have not shot my weapon at anyone, and I think they did that on purpose. You know, because gunplay wasn't really a huge thing in the Raiders movies. So, you have very limited ammo. And I haven't fought more than... I fought 3 people once. And that was, I was able to get the drop and knock one person out right away, and then I could handle the other 2. So, kind of one of those things where if you get caught, you're probably not going to survive fighting all the enemies.
Open the door.
Thing. So I kind of like that. So it definitely is kind of stealth-ish, not like, I guess, beef level stealth. Or I'm trying to think of a stealth first-person game.
Yeah.
But you definitely have to kind of watch where you're going, I guess is a good way of putting it. But you can get like disguises and stuff.
Ready to deploy
Like when I was in the Vatican, I had an Italian outfit I could wear. They could get me into
okay.
like the Italian areas.
Kind of like a Hitman thing going on.
Yeah,
Hitman
yeah.
games.
And like officers, officers are ones that'll be like, "Hey, who's that guy? He doesn't look familiar," and then you have to kind of, move away or something. So you don't have free reign exactly, but it does let you into some areas. Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Very much enjoying it. The villain is kind of cool. I've only just from the interactions, the cutscenes I've seen. He's seems like a real jerk, so that's always a plus.
The heretics mean to stop us. To all appearances, yes.
It's something I imagine I would suggest you pick up when it's on sale. Because I know you like the Raiders movies, so.
They are masters.
Yeah. I like
I am not
the first three movies. I didn't think the fourth was terrible, but it was.
their motives.
Yeah, it wasn't, and I didn't even mind the last one. It was. I mean, I watched it on a plane, so I was like, okay, I'll sit down and watch it, and I was like, okay, that was okay. It was. I think I've said multiple times it was unnecessary, but I mean, it wasn't like the worst thing ever. And it had Harrison Ford, so.
Back to the walk with you.
Oh, you. Penis.
Nope, can't block that. I forgot.
I knew it. Nope. Nope.
Ah, there's a heavy bolt pistol.
Alright. Last three I'll knock out real quick. David Bowie with an honorable mention to Prince, of course.
Oh.
Michael
yeah.
Jackson would also be in that slot as well. Kind of not bands, I get. Someone might be like, well, technically they're singers, but
I think we could allow that.
I'm allowing that. You make your own damn lists.
Yeah.
What else can be said? Those three were big. They were huge. They still continue to impact music, and they helped really push music even outside of their genres to new heights. Number 9, Lordy. I had to get some type of green jelly guar group on the list, and Lordy definitely fits the bill because they basically play music like heavy metal and rock from the 70s, but modified for a modern day. They're the ones that we saw in the movie Dark Floors.
Okay.
And my last one's going to be Iced Earth, power metal band. Did a lot of great themed albums, like the one I forgot what it was called, but those are Terminators. Horror Show, which is songs inspired by different classic horror movies. They had one based on the Dark Saga, which was an album devoted completely to Spawn. So they'd like to do a lot of themed albums, so. And that is my top 10 favorite bands list. Though there's probably a couple more I could switch out. The first 6 are pretty much concrete. They're not going anywhere. With Black Sabbath always securing the first spot. It doesn't matter what day it is. It doesn't matter what kind of mood I'm in. You pop on Black Sabbath and...
Favorite Sabbath song?
Oh... I mean, this will be a precursor to our favorite songs list a bit, but I will go with there is going to be at least a tie between two. And the first one I'm going to tell you is going to be I have to pull up so I can get the title exactly right because I always get confused. Into the Void. Tied with Fairies Wear Boots. Tied with crap, what I think Never Say Die is like my favorite album. I know it's usually considered one of their weaker ones, but for whatever reason, Johnny Blade, for example, is really good. Technical Ecstasy was also a great album. They were really experimental with that one. Yeah, Johnny Air Dance would be the other one tied. Though Johnny Blade's really good too.
I just got one. Mine is The Wizard.
That's a really, really... Well, you know what? I'd say that about every Black Sabbath song, so that's a bit...
Anytime heavy metal can add harmonica is tops in my books.
Yeah. But, folks, if you want to know what his top favorite band is, I can tell you, I'll give you this hint. It's, Freebird. So if you work with him, and for some reason you're watching these videos, if you ever run into him, play Freebird for him. He loves that song.
I actually don't mind Skinner. They're not my favorite, but I like them.
Yeah, they're good. I mean, Molly Hatchet could have made my list too, actually, now that I think about it. Now, since we brought up Skinner.
I just have a irrational hatred of Freebird.
Yeah, I don't know if anything on my list is surprising if you know me. Maybe it is. You may have thought I wouldn't pick it as far back as the 60s and 70s, but I really feel like that's where music was generally the best. It wasn't so distorted by so many different effects, you know? I mean, there was some, right? Psych rock.
Probably Fleetwood Mac would be the most surprising. Not completely surprising, but one I wouldn't have thought.
I mean, Alice in Chains almost made the list, but I mean, problem is, again, I'm looking at my top 10 list and I'm thinking, especially at the ones like Fleetwood Mac or Black Sabbath or The Who, as good as Alice in Chains were or are, that's a tall order to get over. That's a huge hill.
You get into the classic problem of this person almost made my list, but then who do you take off?
Yeah. And I gotta pay respects to Ice Earth, especially because, again, I only stumbled upon them when I found their album, and I looked... This was back when you went to a music store, and I would pick bands based on what the cover looked like. And I saw the Dark Saga, and I'm like, okay, Spawn, let me give this a try. And I heard the Violate, which is their song about Violator, obviously, and I was like, all right, I'm sold. Let me check their other stuff.
I have an interesting question. I just counted mine. 6 of mine I have seen in concert. How many of yours have you seen in concert?
2. Black Sabbath and Static X. That's it, yeah. I mean, Rob Zombie could have made the list, though I would have bundled it with White Zombie, but they'd be a number 10 kind of thing, not in the bottom. But yeah, no. Or wait, no, I don't think... Was Static X at any of those? I don't know. I may have only seen Black Sabbath. Now that I think about it. Have I seen Static? You gotta understand, a lot of times when I went to these concerts, I was in a drunken rage. So, just for authenticities, I'm just gonna say I've only seen one of them actually in concert. That said, I think Cake would put on a terrible live concert. It'd be like you'd be sitting down at a table. It's not really concert material per se. I could be wrong though.
Actually, I think I miscounted. I might have seen 7. Yeah, I did 7. Although to be fair, 3 of them were in one concert, so. Which means you probably know who they are. But we're almost coming up, so next break we got, I'll pop half of mine to include all 3 of those that were in that one concert.
I did get to see Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath concert though.
Oh wow!
At Ozfest out in Bakersfield, back in like 2004 or something. But, yeah, no, Rob Zombie was there too. You know, I've seen Slipknot and a couple others, but yeah, no, I really haven't seen all of them in concert. Part of it was just by the time I was of concert age, I was doing the whole Iraq thing, you know, so I didn't really get to do that. And then I was busy with school and college, and then at that point I just started to get old. Yeah, it was funny, when the last concert I went to was Aerosmith with Adam back in 2018, I think, maybe a little earlier. Las Vegas, one of their farewell tours, of course. This is the one where Steven Tyler wore my bowler hat. I threw it up on stage and he wore it. But it was funny because when we were there, we're like, how is it we're still the youngest fucking people here? And we mean it tongue-in-cheek, right? I'm sure there were people younger than us that are fans of Aerosmith that were there, but the section we were in, we were the youngest people there. And we were like in our late 30s.
Yeah, I don't think I could do concerts anymore, you know, just crowds and noises and...
That's right. Wise to do the jump.
Oh, shoot, I forgot about that.
Yeah, I did too. Yeah, I would have loved to have seen Static X when Wayne Static was alive, and I know they got back together and they, you know, have guest singers and stuff, but most of the bands I liked weren't around in their original incarnation, even before I was alive, you know. The Who, Jethro Tull, Misfits, Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. Well, I probably could have caught Fleetwood Mac at some point, but like original lineups.
Don't forget Right Bumper is that smashing round
thing. Okay, thank you.
I had to figure that out. Yeah, I don't know. It's part of my list, but there's one band I would go see in concert.
Oh, real quick, Ailstorm and Powerwolf are 2 I could also very easily add to the list.
I love Powerwolf.
Yeah. Which band is it?
You have to wait for my list.
Oh, Kiss is another one I forgot to add. I could have made the list.
Kiss I did see in concert.
Yeah, I saw them in concert too.
Without makeup.
That was the infamous Adam with 2 tickets situation where we almost got kicked out.
And Slaughter opened, actually. Slaughter wasn't too bad. I mean, that Fly to the Angels song, it's not too bad. They're alright. There's like a big muddy airfield in North Dakota.
Oh, North Dakota. Yeah. Three Doors Down played a free concert when I was at well, you would have been in where were you in North Carolina at the time? Forgot.
Bragg.
Yeah, I was in Camp Geiger at the time, and they were putting on a free show. We couldn't go because we had like a 20-mile hump, I think, that day. But they put on a free show for the base.
Yeah, it's nice of them.
No going back now.
Are we supposed to fly over there? We can't make that.
No, we can't make that. Select will tell us where we go, though. Up here.
Oh.
I'm gonna bring it up again. You can watch my playthrough of it next year. But I played the Darksiders games. I think I would recommend you play Darksiders 1 for a Zelda experience. It is Zelda, but Four Horsemen with Joe Madurbadur.
Yeah, Madura.
Yeah. His art style. He was like creative director or something. It's about the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. What am I doing? I got... crap. I forgot. How do I do that charge attack thing you said?
Right bumper.
Right bumper.
You can aim it and then hit right bumper.
God, Tyranids are so cool, but regretfully there's very few games you actually can play as them. Battlefleet Gothic is 2 is one of the few games where you can play as them. But that's like a naval battle in space kind of thing. No, I would have loved to have seen more of these bands in concert. Just by the time I would have been able to really do it, afford it, had the time to do it, I kind of aged out.
Yeah.
You know.
Let the youngins go.
Yeah. I just wish more people played instruments. I'd love to get excited for bands again, but I'm sure there are some out there. Throw out some. I'm willing to check them out, at least. Again, my top 10 favorite bands isn't restricted to my favorite music or songs. Like I said, Prince, David Bowie, Queen. Queen could have made the list for me very easy. Not because of their simpler, more popular songs, but no, I was a big Queen fan for a long time. I like Wesley Willis. Non-jokingly. I know a lot of people like to play it because they're like, this is so stupid, let's laugh, but I appreciated his authenticity of his music.
I have no idea who that is.
I'll send you some. He had songs like I could beat Batman's ass, and I could beat Spider-Man's ass, and Rock and Roll McDonald, Rock and Roll McDonald, and they all kind of had the same beat, but he was a bit mentally slow, you could say, like legit. But there's like passion behind his creativity. I appreciate it.
Wait, is he like the guy in Always Sunny? Remember D and the rapper?
No, he was like legit. Legit. Mentally disabled or whatever the proper term is nowadays. I don't know. He had mental health stuff going on, but and just a keyboard,
We all have those CDs or DVDs that people wouldn't. Like one of my favorite albums when I used to listen to music a lot was Natalie Imbruglia. Yeah, I used to play the heck out of that.
Is there a genre of music you don't listen to at all?
At all?
Yeah. My least is probably country, but when it comes to Johnny Cash, the man was brilliant.
I mean, even country, I have a few CDs. Like rap, I have a few. I wouldn't say like at all, but like the least would probably be country. Do your job, Sharon. I'm joking. Thanks. You're the best. Oh, what am I doing? Nope, down again. Come on, Sharon. You just stick with me, buddy, because...
Burn Offerings, by the way, is probably my favorite Iced Earth album. Based on Dante's Inferno, it has a 13-minute song. I bring that up because there's a line where he's like, Sharon awaits, because it's Dante going through all the layers of hell. So.
Dude, these guys are tearing me up.
Don't forget we have jump packs. Oh, no we don't. I thought we had jump packs. We don't have jump packs.
Alright.
So yeah, favorite albums. I guess I could go into that too. Based off of the top 10 favorite bands, could be a separate list for favorite albums later. I will say Never Say Die for Black Sabbath, though every album is gold that they put out. Even that one that did I send you that one? I'll send you some. From the reunion, they had 2 songs on it back in 2000, whatever. Maybe even 2000. I couldn't tell you a favorite The Who album off the top of my head. Or Misfits. Just collections. Jethro Tull, same.
Ah, Jethro Tull. Cross-Eyed Mary. My favorite song.
Is a really good one.
Oh. My screen says there's a Carnifex somewhere.
Alright, we'll get back to that at a later point. Maybe we'll do top 10 favorite albums from our top 10 favorite bands for a different day. Because I'm going to have to do a lot of research, to be honest. I ain't messing around with that.
Let us get to work.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm being a little quiet because I'm trying to... We got a big guy.
Restocking.
Look at Charon getting right in there.
No. 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 No.
You just keep him busy.
No. 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 Nope. Someone's shooting.
Oh, now he's after me. Nope. Don't like this. Now it's my turn to say no. No means no, Carnifex.
No means no.
Oh, he's getting ammo.
Nope. Oh, I'm down. Sorry. Chiron will save. Oh, you'll save me. Thank you.
Oh. Oh shoot.
Oh, was that your...
Yeah. It's my fault. Obviously. Well, I mean, I don't want to waste too much time, so I'm going to go ahead and, while we're doing this part, go ahead and talk about my top 10, and I'm going to go ahead and knock out number 1 on the list, and then the other 2, because all 3 of these I saw in concert, but number 1, always on my list, is Slayer. Just, you know, love the, I don't know, I don't have too many reasons for why I like these, you know, it's like, grew up with them, just enjoy the music, the themes, it's very horror adjacent, I guess, would be a good way of, explaining why I like it so much, just classic thrash metal, probably, in my opinion, the greatest thrash metal album ever, Rain and Blood. Classic album. Just love the music. So that's my number 1. The rest of these in no particular order, except the next 2 because they were in concert with Slayer at the Clash of the Titans tour that I got to see in an outdoor amphitheater in outside Boston. I forget the name of the place. I used to know it off the top of my head. But Clash of the Titans tour had Alice in Chains actually open up for them. But they're not on my list. But the next 2 on my list would be Megadeth and Anthrax. Imagine seeing them in concert, man. Those 3, Megadeth, Anthrax, and Slayer. And it used to rotate who would headline. And if I remember correctly, Slayer headlined, so they were last that night. Great Woods, I think, was the name of the place. But Megadeth, one of the big 4. Classic heavy metal, thrash metal, Dave Mustaine. Great musician, great songwriter.
Hello, me. Meet the real me. And my misfits way of life.
I do despise that song with a fiery passion, even though I love the band. Rust in Peace, I think, is probably their best album. And absolutely my favorite. So, Megadeth, and then Anthrax, also one of the big 4. Classic heavy metal, thrash metal. One of the, I think, only band on my list that actually had a... No, they're not. Because one of the other ones did. But they had a change in vocalist at one point. But didn't change, to me, the quality of the music, because Sound of White Noise is one of their better albums. One of my favorite. And that was after...
Those are spine banks, by the way. Sorry.
After Joey Belladonna left. But, Anthrax be number 3.
Anthrax. Showed up on Married with Children.
They did, yes. That was the Persistence of Time album, I remember, specifically. Another great album. There I go. I hit the Y again, and I had no need to, but hey. Oh yeah, I'm not.
I have a need to. There's another Carnifex. There's 2 more Carnifexes.
Shoot. Okay, so number the green thingy. One of them's almost down. That guy's down. Okay. Number 4.
Oh, sorry, real quick. That just went down. Remember the operations? That is what the operations is. One of the operations has you going after the Hive Tyrant.
Okay.
So that's how it connects to the story of what
Oh,
we're going
okay.
through now.
Okay.
So that if we ever do operations, that's a fight we'll do.
Yeah.
Sorry. Go ahead.
Number 4, Metallica. Let's go ahead and finish off the last of the big 4.
Very fair, yeah.
Metallica is basically the band I grew up with when I first seriously got into music. I have seen them, I might get this number wrong, roughly 6 times in concert. Not much to say. They're classic, one of the greatest metal bands ever. I have, over time, they used to be my absolute favorite, but over time, I actually prefer them 4th in the lineup of the big 4. Actually, if I had to rank the big 4, I would probably say Slayer, Anthrax, Megadeth, Metallica. With Megadeth and Anthrax being swappable. But anyway, Metallica, great, classic, one of the best, not much to say. It's weird though, like I cannot stand anything newer. I can't stand James Hetfield's voice, any of the newer stuff.
Oh, we know it's because of Penguin Death Slide.
And I don't know, it's really weird. And part of that is probably just me falling out in music in general, newer stuff. So, but Ride the Lightning, anything, their first 4 or 5 albums, just even the Load and Reload.
Yeah. Yeah. I think those get bashed a little too hard.
I think they do too. So
There's
that's
some
Metallica.
really good songs on there. Thorn Within.
Yeah. Fixer. Yeah.
Low Man's Lyrics. My Eyes. Seek Reality.
Wild, Where the Wild Things Are.
Yeah.
A lot of good ones. Yeah, Metallica, number 4.
Oh, there's
Great,
a
great
Guardian
band.
Relic over here.
Okay. Let me see. I gotta look at my list. 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 5, Rob Zombie. And I'm going to include
One I
I'm
could,
gonna include-
again, I want to remind folks I very easily could have put on there. And yeah, include White Zombie. I mean, it's...
Yeah. Just his music was probably in my rotation the most when I started listening to it. I would just constantly listen to Rob Zombie stuff because a lot of my music is based off the horror aesthetic. You know, with horror being, you know, our one of our favorite, my
That's like-
favorite genre. So and even if I think. Obviously, I love his music, and I like his movies too. I think even if you don't enjoy the stuff Rob Zombie does, I think you can at least, or should at least be able to appreciate the fact that he very much loves horror.
Yeah, he loves it and he makes what he likes rather than making what
Pretty
people
much.
sell or what other people like.
Pretty much. So Rob Zombie, my number 5.
Also a Twisted Metal character.
Yep. For my number 6, is probably it is definitely the newest band on my list. One,
Ghost.
no, they almost made my list. Made my list.
Medical Stim.
Baroness.
Ah, yeah, Baroness, that's right. I remember Baroness. Yep.
And wasn't too long ago when I first found them or came across them, and I think the best way I can describe their music, and this may not even be correct with how I describe it. Well, how many do I have then? Jeez. 2 or 3? Oh, okay. Never mind. I got it. In my mind, and this is in my mind only, which may not make sense, they are... Did they switch my gun? I think they did. Southern Gothic heavy metal.
They did switch guns.
is how I would describe Barons, because I believe they're from Savannah. And specifically, they kind of remind me of a William Faulkner novel. In that it's not always apparent what their music, at least to me, what it means. It might even mean different things to different people, or you may have to do some digging to figure it out for what it means to you. If that makes sense. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone but me, but they're just so musically talented, and it's very good. So Baroness is my number 6. Hold on, let's see. This guy is screaming for some reason. What's his problem?
Might be an astropath. They're like psychers that.
It did it. Okay. That word did come up on my screen. Oh, how Minority Reportish.
I cannot help you. It's urgent. In addition to the shadow cast in the water.
This guy's got something. He's shady. Anyway, my number 7. Iron Maiden. Another classic heavy metal.
We spent like an hour harassing TK10 on that one night, you remember?
No.
Play Run to the Hills. We're not playing Run to the Hills. We kept calling him. It's when we moved the car, you, me, and Moon, because it was over the line. And we lifted it and moved it.
Oh, I don't even remember that. Jeez.
Yeah, it was downtown Pensacola. It was one of those nights.
Okay. Iron Maiden, another classic heavy metal band. The majority of my lists are kind of boring classic heavy metal, but hey, I like what I like.
They're the classics for a reason.
Yeah, classics for a reason. Classic heavy metal, great, long career. Also a band I've seen in concert twice, actually. Even twice. Wait, no. No, I've seen them once. But by twice, I meant Anthrax opened up for them, actually. I'd seen Anthrax twice, but they opened up for Iron Maiden, which is another heck of a concert, man, when you think about it. Seeing Iron Maiden with Anthrax opening. But, yeah, another classic band. Also another one that changed lead singers at one point. My number 8, I think I'm up to 8. Wait, no. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6.
I mean, I went over 10, so.
No. My next one, Rush.
Canadians.
Rush. Probably the best band musically, I think, on my list. They're so brilliant. Just music-wise, the drums, the bass, the guitar, the keyboard. Some of the best musicians I think I've ever heard. Not that I'm an expert on it, but also a band I saw live with Mr. Big opening. You remember them?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Billy Sheehan was their bassist for Mr. Big. But anyway, Rush. Probably musically, not my favorite concert, but the best music-wise, just because, I mean, if you've listened to Rush, you know how good they are with their instruments, so. Oh, stuff's going on, they're pointing guns at you now. Oh, he's a heretic or something.
So, anytime, the problem with Psychers is they're very vulnerable to the warp, which is where the Chaos Gods dwell. So it's kind of like Pacific Rim, right? When Charlie's character opens up a portal to see what they're doing, but he's like, you know, Ron Perlman's like, you dumb bastard. If you can see them, they can see you. Okay. So that's basically what's going on, is Chaos is doing what Chaos does.
Like that stone in Lord of the Rings, too, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Palantir.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, go with it. Just go with it.
This guy's like, I've had enough. Just shoot her.
Yeah. He does have a hard-on for Chaos, though, right? That one segment, so he's just like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Thousand Sun, one of the Chaos Sorcerers. Disc of Zinch, that's a demon that they ride. They're like Sky Sharks. More like rays, but they're called Sky Sharks. No way. Is this the last boss?
Well, just in case, while we're doing it, my last two, Soundgarden,
Okay.
who I consider the best of the grunge, of all the classic grunge bands. I'm like you, Alice in Chains could have made my list. I do like some Pearl Jam, but I'm not a huge Pearl Jam fan, and I like some Nirvana, but not a huge Nirvana fan. I consider Soundgarden the best of that era. Soundgarden, and also a lot of these bands, I think probably the same with you. You remember certain things about them, and their music means something to you specifically,
Yeah.
right? Soundgarden is definitely one of them, and there's a bunch of stuff going on. Hold on. Okay, I didn't think it'd be that easy, but and my last one, Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Okay.
I actually got into them thanks to Uncle Gene.
Oh, okay.
We used to jam to it together. In fact, the first Creedence CD I got was his.
Oh, what is... Well, I can't get out of there.
And that's my top 10 list. So the one band the only band on that list I would go to concert to see is Baroness. But I absolutely 100% would sit way in the back, as far back as possible. 'Cause I'm not dealing with that noise. Whoa, I'm up in the air. I'm down. Come on, Sharon. I don't want to use my thingamaboober. And if I didn't go too in-depth on the music thing, folks, it's really is because I don't partake in the music as much anymore.
Yeah, sorry, it's, I would have loved to have gone deeper personally, just, this is a genre of things that's near and dear to my heart, so I didn't, I wanted to wait until we got, somewhere where it was less chaotic.
Ironic, considering who we're facing.
I mean, I can keep doing this all day, dude. You want to keep smiling?
Baroness in particular, I'll just add this, means oh.
Well, he escaped. Maybe this wasn't the last boss. I don't know. Usually chaos is the last thing you fight, so. No, those, go ahead, sorry.
Baroness means something very special in particular to me because I have fond memories of riding around listening to Baroness when I would take Jack and Rosie for rides.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very, very rare I listen to a Baroness song without thinking of those two. Jack and Rosie were our dogs.
Those chocolates.
I don't think this is the end because now they're like, okay, so he was set up for something, I guess. Your guy, Titus.
Yeah, they were accusing him of luring the chapter master of the Ultramarines into a precarious situation, I think. And of course, he was accused of, I think, heresy in the first game. At some point. I don't want to spoil nothing. Causing me to spoil stuff. You should still play it.
So is it every game this guy's in, he gets accused of something?
Well, this is only the second game, but so far that seems to be the shtick.
In part 3, he's gonna get accused of, like, what, shoplifting or something?
I mean, there's theories about who's going to be in part 3. I'm kind of curious myself. Maybe Necrons. They're like zombie robots in space kind of thing. But
Like
real
the
quick,
Borg?
no, not like the Borg. No, like
Let's do
Terminator.
that.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'll send you some stuff on them. Top 10 favorite bands. Mine are Black Sabbath, The Who, Jethro Tull, Static X, The Misfits, Cake, Fleetwood Mac, David Bowie, Lordi, and Iced Earth.
And I got Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, Anthrax, Rob Zombie, Baroness, Creedence Clearwater Revival, Iron Maiden, Rush, and Soundgarden.
There you go. Let us know your top 10 favorites, and also remember this is the only and best place you can get 2 top 10 lists for the price of 1. And we did this off the cuff. That's why it's not as in-depth as normal. Plus, I think music is always hard to describe. You can always say artistically they're great. They do great with their craft. I like the sound of it. But part of it is where you were at when you heard them. Part of it's what you were doing when you heard them.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know,
That
they're
is-
tied to memories and then emotional memory, which are 2 separate things. They're almost like time capsules to a piece of your past, right? Emotionally, at least, to get you into certain moods
Yeah.
or evoking a feeling.
And for those of you new to this, a burial world. Oh, cool.
Yeah, they're just gigantic graveyards the size of a planet.
But for those of you who are new to this, I am really, and I'm not saying this just to be self-deprecating, but I'm honestly not very good at describing why I like things. Like if you say, well, why did you like that hamburger? I'd be like, I don't know. Tasted good, I guess. I don't know. Why did you like that TV show? I don't know. I just kind of liked it, you know? Whereas some people could be like, you know, describing camera angles and, you know, this and that and blah, 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 blah. You know, I'm just like, you know, I like something, I like something.
Yeah, I think music is really one of the harder genres of entertainment where it's hard to describe. Or more hard, or more difficult to describe than something like, you know, I like the special effects of the movie, right?
Yeah. Visual, maybe it's a visual thing, right?
Yeah.
Because there's no, any visuals tied into it are going to be personal, like you mentioned. Okay, so that wasn't the end, I don't think.
Yeah, this doesn't seem like it's the end.
Okay, can we take a break? Because I really got to go.
We'll take a break. We're going to take a quick break, folks. Bathroom break. Be right back. While we're gone, post in the comments your favorite bands or what you think of ours.
Reactor status unstable. Enemy impacts creating variable power levels.
Alright, sorry, I'm back, folks. Let me actually write that down so I can remember it. Top 10 favorite albums. Not that page. That page is not going to be used. Top 10 favorite albums by top 10 bands. Okay, good. We'll get back to that. Well, I want a shield. Once again, about the game, even though we haven't been really focusing on the story too much, gameplay's still buttery smooth. It looks great. Yeah, we're playing Space Marines for the billionth time, but I'm finding this more enjoyable than the first one just because there is co-op. Co-op always makes games better. You have someone to share the game with. It's always a good thing. It's like they got a good speaker set up. That's what that looks like. Converse with the chaplain. Symbology of the Golden Throne, which the Emperor sits on. I think, if I remember correctly, the Emperor is guarded by the, was it the Minotaur chapter? Space Marines on Terra, Holy Terra, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, Imperium fanboys, because I am a Dark Eldar Tyranid Gene Stealer cult, Thousand Suns Night Lords player, I don't play any Imperium factions. So my knowledge of the lore is a bit rough. And I think they're based on like Greek.
Andromedus, I leave you in command of the bridge. Captain, I would prefer to join the fight.
They have like shields and spears kind of thing. Doing like the "We Are Sparta" kind of thing. Yeah, I was hoping we'd fight a Hive Tyrant. I mean, I guess they want you to do the operations, but I guess that's for the other half of the, well, not other half, but the other like quarter of the game is doing the operations. It's like the game operation. Well, while we wait, let's see what's up here. Oh, that dropped yesterday, okay. I was looking at something real quick. Hope y'all are doing well. Having a good day. Let us know in the comments. If you're not, we'll have a GM session over, you know. Jeez. Interesting. Three minutes though.
There.
Yep. I am here. That's the wrong thing. I was looking at the sound settings I want to look at just to make sure my volume's not going down. I'm paranoid about it now. Still.
Alright. Let's go to the chaplain. Going to the chapel, and we're gonna get married.
Oh yeah, that didn't even bring up Ozzy Osbourne. Right? Mr. Crowley. Bum, 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 bum.
Not the biggest Ozzy fan.
No, I definitely prefer Black Sabbath, but Ozzy Osbourne had some really good songs.
Yeah, Mr. Crowley, like you said.
An unorthodox approach.
Bark at the Moon.
Bark at the moon. Bum, bum, bum.
My favorite. I think we've talked about this, but my favorite, Perry Mason.
Perry Mason, yep. That's
That-
also.
That song kicks. Butt. Also had a song with Rob Zombie
Yep.
and Lita Ford.
And Lita Ford.
Lita Ford.
Kiss me once. Come on, pretty baby. Kiss me deadly. Man, we could go into whole down that rabbit hole. Quiet Riot.
Oh man.
Come on,
Quiet.
feel the noise. Big black Cadillac.
Never really got to them either.
All right. You're all right.
I remember growing up, I had like a compilation. This is in Germany, like 80s metal compilation tape, cassette.
Say it proper. You were in West Germany.
West Germany, that's right, West Germany at the time. And on that cassette, I remember this specifically because I love this song. And it's the only song from this band I have ever even heard. Grim Reaper, See You in Hell.
Yep.
Love that song. That was on that cassette. I absolutely love that song. See you in hell, my friend. For all I know, they could be one of the greatest bands
Ever, but that's all you. Yeah, that's as far you. How many bands are like that? You know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like an ocean, though. Still, you know, especially with older bands, you heard that one song, and in fact, what were they called? Let me look this up. We watched Graduation Day, which is a passably good horror movie by Trauma. It wasn't Toxic Avenger level. It was like a legit take on a horror movie. And it had the band. 1981 film by Herb Fried. And it had the band, what was their name? Was it Graduation Day? Could have sworn it was Graduation Day. Yeah, Graduation Day. Or no, was it Fatal? No, it wasn't Fatal Games. Anyways, I had to, it's one of those situations where it was like one of those one-hit wonder bands, and I had to explain to the parents about it. They're like, oh, I don't remember this band. And it's like, yeah, of course you don't. It's not Elvis. Oh, can we switch out our gear first? No, they will not let us switch out our gear. Looks like the guy's not sitting up there. Oh, no, he's coming down.
Wait.
Galio, theoretically, could Tacticus armor withstand a suborbital drop? Gravis is too cumbersome for our needs.
What do we got?
Negative.
Nope.
Extreme risk. Dense debris
Nope.
fields litter the entry flight path.
But if we avoid the debris, could we survive the descent?
Calculating. Survival probability equal to 62.4136. Unacceptable.
Thank you, Galio. It is a sound strategy.
Heavy bolt. Okay.
Felony was the band
Hmm.
in Graduation Day. They had their debut in that movie, more or less. I forgot the name of the song, but I mean, it's a pretty decent song. Very like Rocky Horror Picture Show.
Okay.
Rockabilly.
Brothers, our captain's words need no further embellishment. I will speak only of practical concern. The heretics will employ absolute deception.
Alright, this kind of feels like the end.
Lies and illusion.
Okay.
I don't know.
True ground, you will find
I
out
feel like
each other.
they also kind of split up the story with operations.
Now go forward and lay waste to our
Okay. So just to get the true
See,
the full
yeah.
story.
To see the full scope of the story, I think they want you to do operations as well. But we don't have to do that unless we want to come back to it. Because I know we have another game on the docket that we're kind of wanting to give a try.
Oh, did we decide?
I think so. I'll talk to you more about it off recording. But
Alright. Yeah.
and
Sure.
when we get to the end of this, when we get to the Ryan's Ring review system, of course we'll cover bases on how you feel about playing a Warhammer 40K game for the first time
Oh yeah.
and all that. Which would have been Dark Tide, but after I played that beta, it just was not happening. Maybe if it got cheap enough, we'd give it a look, but it's more shooty than Vermintide, so I think that was one of the things you commented about the Vermintide was you kind of wish there was more focus on shooting.
Yeah.
I think they're adding a new character in it, an Arbite, which is like their Judge Dredd ripoff. So he gets like a dog.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
60 seconds.
Interesting.
Sir, I must apologize for my actions and my words. Unnecessary. I fell prey to suspicion.
Yeah, maybe by the end of this you'll feel
When I was a young captain,
encouraged to pick up the first Space Marine and play through that at some point.
questioned my motives.
They got that new edition coming out, like some enhanced edition. So it should run better, look better, play a bit easier. Modern controls. Granted, it's not like the original control scheme was bad. It was a 360 controller, so it plays pretty much like this, except there's no health kits. There's a lot more opportunity to heal via the. You get a regenerating shield. So what the executions do is it refills your health.
Okay. Oh, shoot.
Alright, this is
All specs
different.
keep up with all this debris.
Usually they go in like drop pods, but hey.
Oh.
Make it. Now focus.
Oh my god, I'm getting flashbacks to Dead Space 3.
I was about to say. Can we do barrel?
Do a barrel roll. I was gonna say, can I like collide into one of these bodies floating into space? Alright, those are, yeah. Oh, that's a Hell Drake. I think we called them in tabletop Hell Turkeys because they were not very good units. They were like overpowered for one edition with the rules, and then they nerfed them.
Yeah. Alright, that wasn't too bad.
No, thankfully. Yeah, you could see some of the screamers flying around in space. They look like rays. I didn't have a lot of Hell Drakes and stuff, because when it comes to Chaos factions, Night Lords are kind of like atheist. They don't really normally swear loyalty to any of the Chaos Gods. They just use the gods as an ends to the means. Because they're just like brutal, sadistic, murdering psychopaths. So they do lip service, more or less. Though there are some that do devote to the Chaos Gods, but they're not a like coherent faction. Like the Thousand Sons are all devoted to Tzeentch, one of the big 4 Chaos Gods. But there are a lot of them that are not devoted to any one.
Clear a path.
We shall make short work of these traitors. Quicker than they deserve.
Oh, we get the Thunderhammer.
Oh shoot! Nice. Waiting for this. Charon's like, nope, gun.
We have guns.
Heretics waiting in ambush.
Outmaneuver them. Redeploying.
Oh.
Oh, you... Ah, pansy. Problem with the Thunderhammer is this thing swings slow.
What are you shooting? Oh, okay. I was say, what are you shooting at, dude?
Your treachery ends now. Reloading weapon.
Oh, I accidentally picked up a 2 med stems.
Oh, that's all good. I'll make it work. Oh, crap. Who's shooting? Oh, I see him. It's a scarab.
Repositioning.
Oh, I'm down. Oh, look at me sucking now, jeez.
Yeah, if you need help sucking, just let me know. I'll tell you exactly what to do.
Moving. Reports to
Raising.
We're approaching
Ah,
now.
You are ahead of us. Make contact once the
Archer.
is ready to launch.
It shall be done.
Are we going to let them beat us to the objective, brother?
Not today.
Plasma incinerator, chains. I'll take a chainsword unless you want it.
Nah, go ahead.
Fine gift from the force.
I'm messing around with the hammer some more. I talked up enough about it.
Alright, anything else? Anything else? Aha, frag grenades. Back there. Oh, guardian ball. I'll take that. Since I've gone down once already. If I pick up the multi-melta, does it get rid of my...
Get to work.
Yeah, it gets rid of that. I don't want to get rid of that.
Munitions secured.
Fueling their barriers, no doubt.
Changing magazine.
Alright, sorry, I was quiet. I'm sniping some people.
No, same.
Clearing the way.
Oh, no, let me hear.
Sorcerer, send it back to the force. Restocking. Ammunition depletion. Suffer in death.
I do like the teleporting aesthetic. It's pretty neat
Reload.
and challenging, but hey.
You're worthless.
Oh, the enemy?
Yeah.
Let me reload and then I'll get ready to go.
Another altar of corruption.
Destroy it.
Yes, brother.
Well, we cleared everything out. It's pretty neat.
Squash.
Altar destroyed.
Squat! Squat!
It is slowing down.
Gale.
Yeah.
Gale force winds.
Gale force wins.
Time is limited. We
That's a
must
good
take
show. I haven't seen that in a while.
to the cathedral.
I do miss that, you know. I miss certain shows, not watching TV as much, you know. That's one of them.
Thalassa, we are almost there. What is your status?
The sleeping giant will soon awaken, brother.
On for our
The
signal.
sleeping giant. Let's not wake up the sleeping giant. I mean, if the giant wants to sleep, then, you know.
Good news is I've got enough movies and TV shows if you ever need to. borrow.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm going to start picking up some, not too many, just, you know. I want to get the Raiders on Blu-rays and Galaxy Quest, build up some more Carpenter stuff that I'm missing. You check out that website I showed you?
Yeah.
Another guy, they had a lot of foreign stuff
Jump back engaged.
on their front page. So. I won't anywhere get close to, you know, your vast
That's sleep.
collection. So,
It's been years in the, you know, building and making, so. I think that's a voice actor from Dawn of War. The RTS game I did last year. Sounds like it.
where we go? Up here?
Yes.
Interact.
Is the bomb? I don't know if it's a bomb.
Transmitting to operational now.
Get the hell out of here.
Registers, but I read it.
Your data is clouded, Lieutenant. Maintain close proximity to targets.
I'll do that.
Uh-oh.
Dig in. We are pushed back. The Atrius
Time to dig in.
Single step. They will not deprive us of seeing that monstrosity fall.
We will find no respite until that tower falls.
Respite.
Watch as your false idols come crumbling down.
The traitors pour from their bastion.
Alright, that guy's trying to take that guy out, but he's peppering me. Come here, Charon. I'm about to go down.
Oh yeah, the Terminator. I see him. Scarab. Scarab called Terminator.
What the hell was hitting me?
Back to the war.
Well, he disintegrated. There's a stim thing over here.
Now.
Routing signal data through
Thank you.
telemetry systems. Numerous errors detected due to signal interference. Calculating trajectory.
There's a lot of things over here. Care of the little guys, and then we can worry about the big guys.
Yeah.
Punch a hole in that terminator.
Ah, you can't get me from here, can you? Up and at them.
I cannot shield them from my launch. Come on, brother.
Oh,
Wow.
okay.
That wasn't too bad.
No.
I hear engines.
Where are they putting those hammers?
It's up to its needs.
Magnetically to the back, like Common back in the 360
Yeah.
PS3 days. It was like they had Velcro.
I was about to say classic video game, just whipping out your big sniper rifle from your pants or something.
Well, you know, Zelda's explanation was always the He had a bag
Discharged from within the Aurora facility.
that could hold many
Oh.
things in it.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
Kind of like what Ramona had in Scott Pilgrim.
By the Adeptus Mechanicus.
Yeah,
Put a stop to it.
that's a good way to put it. Yeah, my match bag. I might switch out to the power sword because my hammer's a little too slow.
Too slow? Yeah. Yeah, I was running the same issue. Again, we are playing on veteran difficulty.
Oh, and we no longer have the thrusters, so
I think that works to my favor because that'll at least heal me.
We will soon find you in the flesh.
And remove you.
yeah.
You may keep it as a parting gift.
Oh, it's that guy again. The Imura. Oh man, trampling on graves. That's not right.
Data slate?
Chanting this sacred ground of
Oh,
heretic
yeah,
art
yeah.
is no blood. Rest easy, brother.
Ah, okay.
Have long since reached the golden throne.
Deciphering process for data metaset of unknown origin equals 0.1 million% complete. There is simply not enough time to parse this many geobytes. The enduring assault. We have only begun our exploration. The omniscient data set of essentials.
Did you want it?
Where was it?
This way. All the way down here to the right. You should see a green glow.
Got it.
The colors!
All the colors of the rainbow.
I didn't realize, but inside these boxes are like ammo.
Oh.
You just have to like roll charge through them. I guess.
Interesting. Wow. Bolt rifle or grenade launcher? If you
Oh
want it.
yes, definitely. Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
What the hell? Did I do that to myself? I didn't think.
Oh, don't know what that was.
Something knocked me down.
Grenade?
Oh, yeah. It probably was my grenade, yeah.
This will serve me well.
Instigator, Gold Carbine.
Wait, do I have the heavy pistol? I think I do. Now I do. No, I did anyway. Never mind. Oh, that's right. We chose our weapons, I think.
Yeah.
Space Marines! Assemble!
Go planet.
Perhaps they see only the power source.
Guardian relic over here.
I do not know, nor do I wish to speculate. We are here to end this
Where you
war,
at?
and so
Sorry,
we
I
shall.
was drinking. Okay, gotcha.
Okay. Ammo cache. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised as we don't have like a Captain Planet game with online multiplayer.
Yeah.
That could work really well.
Yeah.
What is it, brother?
Everyone's got their own abilities except for the Heart Kid, because that's just silly. No, you could probably do something with it.
Do you speak? Do not hear him. Petty.
And then if you charge up your meter, like a side-scrolling beat 'em up, right? And then you charge up your meter, and depending upon how many of them have their meter charged up, Captain Planet shows up to do something different.
Yeah.
Death to the false emperor! Death to his puppets! We will not be disposed of so easily.
I was gonna ask how do you feel about the reveal for the Marvel game? It revealed two more characters.
Who?
I don't think you're gonna really be impressed with them, but Rocket Raccoon, of course,
Yeah.
and She-Hulk.
They will not get past.
Yeah. Charon, any day now, buddy.
You underestimate
He's like, I've been doing this all game.
That's true, right?
the heresy is infecting my
Rocket,
their champion lies
cool.
defeated.
I actually like. I mean, I've read enough Avengers that I like She-Hulk. I guess it's kind of. I've never been a huge fan of any of the Hulks in general. You know,
Yeah.
like I've read stuff that I've enjoyed with them, but I've not been like a huge follower of the Hulks.
From what I read, it's because they wanted a Hulk rep, and they didn't want to go with the Hulk again, so they went with She-Hulk, which is fine. I mean, She-Hulk's always, at least in the comics, she was a bit more interesting.
Yeah, because she was my favorite Avenger artist, John Buscema. She was on the team around the time when I was reading.
Proceed to the
And I think you said temporary Fantastic Four, right?
Yep,
The thing
yep,
stayed
she-
on Warworld or whatever.
After the original Secret Wars, Ben Grimm stayed there, and I think off and on she'd fill in.
Oh, what the heck? We got flamers! Yay!
This is not
I was hoping you would say the Marvel game, something about that new side-scroller one that's coming out.
our path leads down.
The
I
beat 'em
think
up?
we were in, yeah.
Yeah, those were the two announced.
Oh, it was for that. Okay. I was
Oh,
thinking
were
of
you
Rod-
thinking that Tokon?
Yeah.
Token?
Yeah.
Totally not Marvel vs. Capcom, but because it was done by the Guilty Gear folks.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not
Yeah,
really
it's
too
really-
interested in that. They're using the worst version of Ghost Rider. But they put him on a motorcycle, even though he drives a car, I think, in the comics.
I don't know. For some reason, the fact that it's the beat 'em up, I kind of am. That gives me more interest in
More
She-Hulk.
interest in She-Hulk, yeah. Well, because before that, I don't know if she was in Marvel Heroes Omega, the online one.
Yeah.
If she wasn't in that, then the last time we saw her in video game form was Marvel vs. Capcom 3.
Okay.
And Rocket Raccoon was also in that, too. With a Scottish accent for some reason.
Yeah.
But we also saw Iron Fist, Nova, and Hawkeye in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Which, we know Nova's in it. He's the one with the long hair.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then we know
This is
I don't know if Iron
Lieutenant
Fist is going to be in it.
Request authorized.
Here's a med kit.
Aurora seal required.
Identify yourself. This is infuriating.
Who would you like to see? Oh, Sauron was also announced as boss. So that's cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Who would I like to see?
Playable.
We are on the right path.
Trying to think, given the aesthetics, I don't even know if that's the right term. Cosmic, where they're talking cosmic stuff. Annihilus, right? Comic accurate Mantis.
Well, I mean, I don't think, at least for that, they're sticking to cosmic level ones, because Captain America's in it,
Yeah,
obviously. Wolverine's in it. Venom.
But then, to their credit, they got, Phyla-Vell, I think, was in it. Quasar, one of the Quasars. I popped my yellow and I'm down. Oh shoot! Add a guardian thing. I don't know. I hadn't really given it much thought outside of Mantis, which would always be my answer for most of those types. Got to be someone, obviously, like that would fit the beat 'em up, right?
Is there anyone you think wouldn't fit it?
Now that I've said that, I'm trying to think.
I mean, I'm sure they won't put Mastermind in it, but
yeah. Someone who hasn't had much. Captain Britain would be not someone that wouldn't fit, but someone I would like to see.
like to see it.
Yeah, someone who I've enjoyed and read a lot about, but doesn't get much exposure. Oh, I'll give an interesting example. It just popped in my head. One of my favorite characters, Mirage.
Oh,
How would you?
New Mutants?
Yeah, how would you incorporate her into, a game like that, right?
Yeah.
Or even because I am a huge fan of New Mutants in general, even Cannonball, right?
Well, does Mirage know any kind of hand-to-hand? Because you could probably, I guess, she could do, her thing is, what, manipulation of, imagery and stuff?
Yeah, whatever you desire, whatever you
So,
fear.
she could do, a punch, and it could be, a panther, but just be a punch, really.
Yeah.
Probably something like that. Make it a bit flashier. Cannonball would be kind of neat, where, maybe the more you zip around, the stronger the hits get. So you have to kind of balance, a fury or a fuel mechanic in that regard.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
Doesn't really fit necessarily the comics, per se, I guess, but mechanically, I think it'd make for something interesting, where it kind of encourages you to bounce around between opponents instead of focusing on one.
Yeah. I actually think, a New Mutant pack, a team. You could have Wolfsbane and Magma.
Oh yeah.
Um,
I'd want to see what's his name from Alpha Flight. The
Puck.
no, not Puck.
There's
Med Kit.
I'd love to see Puck, though.
The shaman guy. What's his name? Shaman. Is it Shaman?
Shaman, yeah. Yeah, Alpha Flight would be cool. Snowbird, Shaman, Puck, Aurora, North Star, Vindicator / Guardian.
Even though they're Canadians. Was it Sasquatch? Which would just be a
Yeah,
big guy,
Sasquatch.
but still, it's You don't really get to
Yeah.
see him too much.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
outside
I'd be
of,
all-
you know, my favorites, Ghost Rider, Moon Knight, of course, I'd love to see playable. But I'm trying to think of someone like maybe obscure, but not too obscure. Multiple Man. Let me say that. I'm gonna throw my hat in the ring. So then it's like a Pikmin type game, where you have to kind of
Yeah.
manage your multiples. Was there ever like a limit? Did they ever address that in the comics? Like, what's keeping them from like here's the fight, right? Like, people were, I think it was big on the internet a couple weeks back, maybe a couple months back, like 100 men versus a gorilla. Like,
Yeah,
how
yeah.
many multiple men could take down Thanos? Just due to sheer weight of numbers, you know, like how many can he multiple into?
Yeah. That had to have been addressed at some point. I imagine some story about.
Yeah, Domino would be kind of neat, kind of hard to implement.
Yeah.
Long shot. I'm gonna say it because I do like long shot. If you saw our top 10 mutants, X-Men mutants, I think we did good guys. I forgot which 2 OGs that was, but we did top 10 favorite X-Men. It was probably one of our Ultimate Marvel Ultimate Alliance playthroughs. So check those out. Should be under the live category if it's not in the video section. We go over a lot of X-Men stuff. I just hope they add depth to the game, because the developers, they make okay beat 'em ups, but they all feel the same. They're the ones that the Shredder's Revenge, which we enjoyed enough, but it felt kind of simple.
Yeah.
And again,
And what? The Power Ranger one.
Power
I think.
Ranger one, which I've heard nothing but bad things about, which is disappointing. I would have liked to have checked it out. Maybe eventually we will, but
You may soon see for yourself.
I kind of use the Dragon's Crown. I'm spoiled. I use Dragon's Crown as like the pinnacle of those types of games. Guardian Relic back here if you need it.
Yes.
Which I think that was our next live stream we were planning on doing, was Dragon's Crown.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry.
Looking forward to that.
That should
Absolutely.
should get us a couple videos. Should be some fun playthrough stuff. Really good game. Be great if it made its way to Steam.
Can't remember who I played last time. You might remember. I'll probably go for someone different.
I'm trying to remember. I think you either played solely or bounced between the dwarf and the Amazon. And I remember I focused on the sorceress because she had the summon. She could summon like a skeleton. Which maybe I'll change it this time. I don't know. Or maybe you played the elf. Now that I think about it, she did have like the bow. That probably sounds right.
Yeah, it sounds right. Yeah, that sounds like me.
Did that because, yeah, I want to grab these. Use them because you'll lose them. Yeah, maybe I'll play the sorcerer, or probably play the sorcerer. Or the wizard, whatever he's called.
The wizard.
Wizard. Bum, 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 bum. I got Black Sabbath in my head. That's Fairy's wear boots.
I was referencing Aqua Teen.
Oh, I thought you were referencing
Wizard.
Marvel Online Omega or whatever it was, where the wizard was actually an enemy you could fight. I'm sure you remember the wizard. Purple guy, right?
Yeah.
Who's an enemy in the new one that you want to see? I already have one in mind. He's not a cosmic villain, but neither is Sauron, which is He's neat.
Yeah,
but
yeah, Sauron is neat. A villain I'd want to see.
and I've seen that panel, folks. If you haven't, where Sauron's talking to Spider-Man, I guess. And Spider-Man's like, "You can cure cancer," and he's like, "I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs." Or he's like, "You have the ability to turn people into dinosaurs, the whole planet into dinosaurs, but you don't, you could use that to cure cancer." He's like, "I don't want to cure cancer, though. I want to turn people into dinosaurs."
A villain I want to see.
I'll throw mine out just to give you some time. And I think he'd be a really neat boss to fight because the way his power works, it would force you to kind of switch up what you need to do during the fight. Absorbing Man,
Oh, that is a good one.
right?
Yeah.
Because he could change the different elements and you'd have to use different types of attacks or maybe use stuff in the environment.
I'm already getting spoiled because Annihilus, I'm assuming, is in there.
Yeah, I'd be surprised. That'd be funny if he wasn't. I mean, not in a good way, but...
I do like some Annihilus.
What is this? Is he like an alien or something?
Yeah. He's he's out in the negative zone and then comes out whenever he wants to.
Does he have a power, or is he just like generic power traits like strength, durability, and all that energy crap?
Like energy type stuff. There's probably more to him than what I only know him from the Annihilation storyline mainly. But he was very enjoyable, so.
Your treachery ends now.
Energy manipulation controls like an army. His Annihilation wave. Enemy I like to see though. There you go, asking me to think of things on the spot.
On the spot.
More cheap
While we were playing, it is not easy as it might seem. So props to not developers, but professional streamers, because we are not professional in the slightest. Or
Nothing
just people who do this on a regular basis and are able to think on the fly. They're also like 10, 20 years younger than us, to be fair.
Yeah.
It's a young man's game.
It's gonna be one of those things where we're done playing. Like I'll be lying in bed tonight and I'll be like, God damn it!
Oh, should have said it. Is there a character you hope doesn't show up on either side of the roster?
Gambit.
There's stims there.
resupplying.
Then I'll be fine if Gambit doesn't show up in anything ever.
Well, to be fair though, I mean Gambit hasn't gotten a whole lot of playing games. I think he was on a Super Nintendo
No.
one. I think he was in MVC 2. And he was a summon in the Genesis game, if you remember. I don't know if you ever played that one.
I did, yes. It is kind of funny though, because is this the way we're going?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Worthless lightning end.
I did enjoy him in just because Channing Tatum sold it so well, I think.
yeah.
In Deadpool Wolverine 3. The mumbling and I even think at one point Deadpool says something like, "Who's your voice coach? The Minions?" Actually, I enjoyed all those. Elektra, Blade. I liked that whole that group of people, right?
Yeah. It was good to see those
Yeah.
characters kind of get their
Yeah.
at least farewell, you know.
Yeah. Still trying to think. Jaron just runs by the enemy to revive me. Get out of my way, my buddy. Oh man. Ah, you got me. Man. Oh, that's you. Shooting you. I haven't done that all game, and now I'm just shooting at ghosts.
Man, bringing us back to the Left 4 Dead days. Shooting me in the back. No, I don't remember you being too bad about that.
Nah.
Adam, on the other hand. Guardian Relic?
Oh, I have one.
Okay. Charon does not need one.
Munitions secure.
Wait, did you pick it up?
No, I got one.
Oh, okay.
Really, this kind of conflicts with your pick. I don't want to see any more Guardians. I'm Guardians'd out.
Loading up.
Found ammunition.
Oh, I got a good one.
I don't want to see
Always-
those. Sorry.
Always been one of my favorite Avengers, Black Knight.
Oh, yeah.
Restocking.
Yeah.
And that's partly because he also ties into when I was
Magazine.
majority of Avengers stuff I read. The old late 80s.
Medical stim.
I think Roger Stern, maybe he was the writer. Can't remember. But John Buscema is definitely my favorite Avengers artist. So
End this desecration.
No, it burns. Fire burns.
ah, oh, Dazzler. I think Dazzler would be pretty neat. Find some way to incorporate. I mean, you could do just straight up energy type stuff, right? But oh, I stole that from you. Sorry.
No, that's all good. Yeah, since we haven't seen her really in anything
Yeah.
since the arcade, right?
Yeah, find some way to incorporate the sound thing.
Which outfit?
Original disco.
The disco? Not the one with the short brown jacket and the short blonde hair?
No.
Before we pop that, let's look around here and see if there's anything to pick up.
And speaking of Dazzler, Havoc. I'd like to see Havoc. I mean, Cyclops is one of my favorite characters, but we've seen enough of Cyclops. Let me see his brother. Let me see
Yeah.
Havoc.
Yeah.
And I thought of him because of the Australian X-Men,
Restocking.
Australia era X-Men that Dazzler was on with Havoc.
Not as much Cable love nowadays as there used to be. I don't know if you've noticed that, or maybe I'm just out of the loop, but seems like Cable's not as popular as he was. Because I was thinking, like, a lot of X-Force really isn't that popular, are they?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I mean,
Like some-
Domino showed up in the movie, but and Shatterstar,
Yeah.
but they were more. Well, Shatterstar was more jokey.
Yeah. Warpath was in Days of Future
Days of
Past.
Future Past. That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
He's actually one of my favorite X-Force
Oh, that
characters.
terrible Ink Master tattoo that one guy got of him.
Oh yeah, that's such a cool picture too. I have
Yeah.
that comic from, but that is a pretty cool image.
Data Slate.
Oh, there's another one I wouldn't mind seeing. Give me some Warpath love.
8.7.A66Q. I have found an encoded set of coordinates hidden between the lines of code. I feel the Omnissiah's will guiding me now. The animus of curiosity pulls me toward a tomb adjacent to the retrieval site. I have been selected by the machine god to decipher this riddle.
Alright, so basically she got corrupted when they started investigating this, and it was all a Zinchian trick, because that's what Zinch does. He goes, gelflings. You'll see. You'll see. I think I know what the last boss is going to look like. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. And it is very clear they were inspired by that.
I hope so. That'd be kind of neat, actually.
It's going to be a greater demon of Zinch.
Oh! Just popped in my head. Villain I'd like to see. Black Tom. I know you mentioned him a lot.
Black Tom, yeah.
Have him in a video game with the
The Shillelagh.
shillelagh, the plant manipulation. Give me some Black Tom. And then you compare him with Juggernaut.
Yeah, even better. You know?
Favorite
Like a Bebop and Rocksteady style boss.
Two different aesthetics too, right?
Could do a thing where, like, there's a medical stim over here. I don't know if you need one.
Yeah.
Where, like, he uses his plant stuff to, like, slow you down so that Juggernaut can get a charge off easier or something.
Yes. Oh, I have one. I don't know if you want one.
I've got two.
Okay.
So I'm good, yeah.
Of course you do.
Alright, and what's this? Is that another stem? Okay. I will pop this and pick this one up, though. Alright. That way I'm not too much of a liability.
Does this look like a final boss area?
I don't think this is a final... I think this is going to lead up to it, though.
Like a whole off wave while this
Yeah.
thing jumps. How is it?
I feel at the end of these ruins we're going to be dealing with the... Yeah, hold on until the elevator arrives.
Just once, I would like to be one of these games where it's like, hold out till the elevator arrives, and then it just shows up, like, right away.
Right there. Yeah.
Changing magazine.
I mean, I don't need to reload, but... Sorry, I took that from me.
No, my shields are full. They only replenish your shields, right? I think.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Hold on, brother. I will get to you.
Come here, Sharon. So I'm trying to run through my head like Avengers, you know. We could go over X-Men villains all day, but like, what Avengers villains could fit? Like Ultron's been done to death, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I like Ultron, but yeah. Trying to think, and that's the big thing. You're trying to think of people who would fit, but who haven't really had the exposure. Would be my preference.
must confront them.
Oh crap!
They have me down.
Did you get up?
Yeah.
All right.
On the plan. Reload. Hold steady, brother. I'm coming.
Man, that was very sloppy by me.
Terminate the destroyer.
Well, they were Terminators though.
It's on.
I'm sure wearing much better armor, and they use usually more powerful weapons. They're like mobile gun platforms, more or less. Yeah, I'm trying to think of villains too that they could use and trying to steer it away from X-Men, right? Because
Yeah.
yeah, but also something that would be more galactic level threats, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
But not too far, right? You don't want to put in like the Beyonder or Law and Chaos, is it? Or Order and Chaos?
Yeah, Order and Chaos.
The Martians have preserved everything. This place should have been obliterated upon discovery.
Not Thanos. I like the big grape ape guy, but
Yeah, no more Thanos. For a while.
I have a feeling when we get there, that's when we'll fight him.
Oh, okay.
How he prattles on. Pay his squawking no heed, brothers.
We will not be distracted from our purpose.
Not really fitting, but I wouldn't mind seeing Nightmare show up.
Okay.
Will elude us no longer.
I mean, you can make something like that fit.
Like a
Certainly
Nightmare
make,
level.
yeah. Could make an interesting battle.
What is that? Is that medical stims here if we need them. Two.
I have one. Did you use any?
Oh yeah, I'm good. I've got two.
You just pop that then. I'm kind of cheating. I'm trying to look
Trying
at
to
the
look
list.
up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to go off memory, but we're definitely biased towards X-Men a lot.
Yeah. For those of you who aren't familiar, that's what I grew up with. That's when I first started reading comics, hero comics. I'd been reading Transformers and G.I. Joe before then, but superhero comics. I'm looking at a list of top villains. Doom and Magneto. See, they've been done.
They've been done, yeah.
I like them, of course, right? Yeah, it's the hard part. Dormammu? Would you want to see Dormammu?
He could work. I mean, he's been in a few things.
Yeah.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. He was in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. What the heck? Oh crap.
You waste your breath.
Oh, Titus is talking to Emura. They are having a come to Space Marine Jesus moment. I didn't mean to say it that way, but I couldn't. I don't know who their god would be. What would be the
Space Marines?
yeah? Come to Emperor.
The Emperor
Right.
would be, yeah, the closest.
We're having a come to the Emperor moment.
Who's he shooting at?
What will you do with the artifact once you have it?
Crush it to dust.
If it has no effect on you, why not use it?
You dare suggest heresy, Sergeant?
Yeah, probably shouldn't use something that's chaos corrupted.
And I heard nothing. Not degenerate.
I've seen nothing.
Forgive my error.
They will not let you down, brother.
Have no doubt.
Man, I'm looking at this list of villains and not one of them
Is really jumping out.
Eh. It's been done before, but I always enjoy Super Scroll.
Oh yeah, Super Scroll. He fits
And he
with
was
the Cosmo.
very much, yeah, he wasn't, even though in the Annihilation comics he worked with good guys, but that's a really good story arc with him.
Oh, that we could. What was another medical stim over here? The guy with the mohawk in space. What was his name?
Gladiator?
Yeah, his group could show up.
Oh,
With
Imperial
like,
Guard?
yeah, War Star or whatever it was, the robot with the little robot and all that.
Yeah.
Which they made an appearance in the Genesis game to some extent. What was her Deathbird?
Deathbird, yeah, that was Lalandra's sister. Oh, the Brood. They'll be welcome. The Brood. Not one villain, but you know,
Yeah.
always a fan of the Brood.
They were in the second Genesis game, from what I remember off the top of my head. I think it's after you get Magneto as a playable character. He's the guy everyone always wanted to play in that game. Once you unlock him.
More minions.
Lurking in dank holes like the filth beyond.
Oh, sorry, you just said more minions, and I could just picture like the minions.
What was that? Despicable Me?
Yeah. That was a pretty good movie. I've only seen like the first and maybe parts of others, but the first was pretty enjoyable.
Yeah, Steve Carell, right?
Yeah, Steve Carell.
All of this was just lying under our feet this whole time. And centuries longer still.
Crack grenade.
Eons, brother. If the archives are to be believed, and on more worlds than we shall ever wish to discover.
I pray everyone is unearthed and burned to cinders.
Yeah. Man, this was rough.
Resupply.
Yeah, I mean, mine was what who was he first, a villain of Absorbing Man? Spider-Man, or was he an Avenger?
That's a good question. I think canonically, he fought Matt Murdock's dad as a boxer. I think that's the thing.
Oh, that was his.
I think. I don't know if that was something that was like later added or whatever, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Or I could just, you know, completely be making that up in my head. Pressure Creel is his name. His non-absorbing name. Oh, you can even have another tandem fight with Titania.
Oh, right. Yeah. Bit overpowered, but what was his name? The Atom? Or Molecule Man? That was it,
Molecule Man. Yeah.
Oh, I'd rather have shock grenades. I already got shock grenades. Well, now I know where there's more. Space Marine.
Oh, I have 2. I think I have crack grenades, so I'll keep those.
Why, in the name of terror, were these things not destroyed? Preserved for
Data
study?
slate.
The Martian priesthood goes too far.
I'm a coming.
What have I done? The sarcophagus cracked and a metallic imaldo hatched. Centipede-like, it spitted up the walls. I tried to seal it in the tomb enclosure, but I dare not go back to see if I was...
Oh, I see Baron von Strucker on the list, and I wouldn't suggest him, but... And this wouldn't even fit the cosmic thing, but I just thought it'd be kind of a cool fight. They're actually in one of my favorite comics, Fenris.
Okay, yeah.
I don't know if you're familiar with them. I think we've talked about them before. And I think they have to be touching.
Touching, yeah. Brother-sister
Yeah,
combo.
you could have some kind of boss fight where you have to separate them somehow, you know? Some kind of mechanic or something. I don't know. Probably just beating up on them enough. They would let go. Oh, I don't know what this. I have this weird thought that just popped in my head. But what if you had like a power combination of 2 people that had to constantly be in physical contact, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
surgically grafted themselves together?
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
that'd be sick.
That seems like something Mr. Sinister would probably do.
Absolutely would. You'd be like, it's for your benefit. It'll be easier on you. See, and now I'm thinking of more villains that wouldn't fit the cosmic theme, but like, what if you thought like the Hellfire Club is like a group, and they all had their own like Harry Leland would make you slow down,
Slow
almost
down.
similar your Black Tom idea, but he would make you be heavier, so you would slow down.
Yeah, it could target like an individual person, right? So you'd have to focus on them to kind of free the person up.
Celine could drain your health or something.
I
You'd
could
have to
see.
do something like the Shaw, right? Like, you had to do something to make him weak.
Yeah, maybe
Or
like. But
you would have to do something specifically to remove him from the battlefield.
yeah,
because
it's thinking
that's-
like an environmental thing.
Yeah.
Almost like a puzzle, like puzzle mechanic stuff.
Yeah.
And then you could have them like introduced throughout an entire Hellfire Club level, so you fight one at a time to introduce you to their mechanics, and then at the end they all come together and you fight one big battle against the whole.
Yeah. These?
I think Illusion,
Oh, okay,
like
okay.
Ultramarines.
Yeah, I was about to say, they look like...
Oh crap.
Back to the war with you.
Oh, this guy.
Yeah. Bust through these, try and get stuff.
There's corruption. It seems to grow ever stronger.
We shall follow it to its source.
Well, maybe the developers watch our stream. They might have some ideas that they could jot down. Once again, just a reminder, all our stuff is unscripted, unedited, and completely unprofessional. If you do use any of our ideas, you're more than welcome to. Just, again, listen to the credits. It's really cool, guys. Official title. I had to use a Guardian Relic because I had a mortal wound, and that clears up your mortal wound. I only know this because it said it did. So, it's not something I knew beforehand, it's just something I stumbled upon this late in the game.
Loading up.
I'd rather have cryo grenades than one Melta.
No, no, no.
Medical stims. Space Marines assemble. Oh, interact. I feel like we're very close to the end. Could be wrong though. And operations is something we'll probably check out at a different point. Because again, I think we have a game we've both been looking forward to try for a while now, but we've been waiting. Mainly because...
It lays waste to the heretics.
oh, they're just all... they pop in one shot, huh?
Let us add to it.
We've been waiting for it to get off the Epic.
Loading ammunition. Found ammunition.
Which we did break that rule with EDF 6, which was it was a fun time.
Yeah, yeah, it was. And it was still through Steam.
Yeah, it was through Steam.
Accurate. The arguments have been thrice applied.
That was a big hand. We just didn't want to add another
Yeah.
count.
His diligence has not made him faster.
Lose.
Lose. It's my name. You're the lose.
Praise the Omnissiah. In just a few minutes, you will bear witness to...
You must stop this.
Sire, please. I know you have concerns, but look, this is merely a taste of what the device is capable of.
And I have seen the worst of what it can do.
My lord, you must trust me. This has been my quest for knowledge. My life's work.
Shut it down
Nah, we're gonna beat you up, buddy.
now.
I will not.
Ooh, he just told you no.
I'm looking at a list of cosmic enemies now, and I recognize very few of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm like a cosmic expert. I'm just a very fan of the Annihilation and Conquest storylines. Oh, this guy's back.
Your malignant energies are useless!
That's the face of someone that's upset. Don't taunt me.
What's this?
Hellbrute. It's their version of a dreadnought. It used to be called a Chaos Dreadnought, but they wanted IP rights on things, so they retitled them as Hellbrutes. Oh my god.
Oh, ow.
Power and blind rage. We will not be bested by this clumsy weapon. So long as it does not touch us.
No. Oh, if you just keep dodging and do like a perfect dodge, you do the pistol hit.
Oh, shoot. Oh, even on the big guy?
Yeah. Time it right. I actually have a harder time with the smaller guys than I do the bigger guys. No. I sure do like their teleporting. It may seem like I'm just running away. You'd be right. That's because I'm looking for stuff to pick up.
Yeah, me too. Oh, shit.
Oh! Let's talk about this. Resident Evil 9.
Oh, yeah.
I know you're excited about it.
Yep.
By the way, I am loving this, folks. I do like this game a lot. Even though I haven't been talking about it too much. As much as I hate what Games Workshop has done with modern 40K, I've been a fan of it since like the 80s, you know? That love just doesn't fizzle out. But yeah, Resident Evil 9. Let's talk about that now.
So I'm
You talk
I know
about
some
it, because I think you're more excited for it than I am.
scoffing at it, but I'm actually legitimately interested in revisiting Raccoon City so many years after, you know?
There's health stems open. Oh. Sorry. So many years after.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So many years after everything happened, right? You know, I think that'll be interesting just to see what exactly is going on, if there are people they're trying to rebuild, or if there's, you know, if it's just not inhabitable, you know, just to see what it's like. I think that's an interesting angle.
I think it said, I haven't watched the trailer, but it's something to do with connecting Outbreak to the series too. Like it's
Yeah, the main character is Grace Ashcroft, Alyssa
Oh,
Ashcroft.
Alyssa,
Yeah, and they name drop Alyssa. They mention it's not really a spoiler that she's dead. She was murdered, and the FBI guy, their Grace works for the FBI, and they're sending her to the hotel. I think the hotel where her mom was murdered.
Oh, okay.
So there is that.
I wonder if that's at
now-
hotel level. And I think what was it? It was like burning on fire, and you had to fight that liquor.
Yeah, Hellfire, I think that was called, something like that. Yeah, good call. I didn't think about that, but that's a good call. So yeah, there's a tie-in to Outbreak. Go back to old Raccoon City. There's a shots of like the dilapidated police department. There's like a overhead shot of like a crater in Raccoon City from where the bomb went off. So.
Gonna be first
yeah.
person, I'm assuming.
I don't think there was any indication, honestly. I didn't get. I only watched it a couple times, and I haven't read too much about it. I'm sure we'll find out soon enough, but I don't think there was any indication. Hopefully, if it is, they can even do what they did with 8 with the DLC, where they made it playable in third person.
Options are always good.
Even though I think they could probably fine tune it. There were times, because I played through it, the DLC dropped halfway through my hard playthrough of Village.
Mm-hmm.
So I switched over for the remaining of it. To me, and I may be off, there were times when you could notice, and in my mind in particular, it's like when you were talking to Duke, it looked kind of off when you were in third person, just which I think is understandable because it's something they just kind of added as DLC, which was neat. But maybe they can fine tune how they did that. But anyway, yeah, it's an interesting trailer. I mean, it does what it's supposed to do, gets you excited for it. I mean, I was gonna get it anyway, right? Yeah. Not too much known other than you are Alyssa Ashcroft's daughter, worked for the FBI, and at least part of it is going to be in old, going back to Raccoon City.
Did you want to call it here, or do you want to keep going?
What time is it?
5:06.
I hate that. I feel like we're near, right?
Yeah. The problem is if we're not, then.
Yeah, let's go ahead and call it.
Go ahead and call it. Okay.
Yeah, I do have to work tomorrow, and I have multiple loads of laundry.
And all that means is if we are close to the end, and the next one's only like half an hour, we'll pop into operations and check that out for an hour and some change, you know. So.
Absolutely.
All right, folks. Thanks for sticking with us. Hopefully you enjoyed our top 10 list this time around. The top 10 favorite bands, where you got twice the top 10 lists or twice the value of a top 10 list, because we gave you 20. 10 from me, 10 from him. Space Marine 2, I know we haven't been talking about it too much, but it's fun.
Yeah.
And kind of interested in seeing the operations. If we are close to the end and we're like 20 minutes away, then yeah, we'll pop into operations next time.
Yeah, we'll definitely mess around with operations.
Give that a go. So it's not the end of Space Marine. Regretfully, Space Marines. Anywho, thanks for joining us. Hopefully you all take care. To my subscribers, you all stay awesome and you have an amazing day. If you prefer, stay amazing and have an awesome day. Drive by Remnant Computers. Catch you next time. Until then, you all have a good morning, good afternoon, and good night.
Night, everyone.